Well, hello, how are you? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing great. Yeah, it's Monday night. It is 6 p.m. I just got home. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. Pretty long day. Yeah, I was out of the house 4:15 in the morning. Boom, let's go. Yeah, pretty good day on a side hustle. And yeah, I spent about 7 hours at the restaurant and I don't even know, 4 hours on the side hustle. I enjoy doing the side hustle. I definitely do. I definitely do. But I'm gonna make myself some leftover food from last night. Did you watch that video? That was some good soup. It was so good. I'm gonna have some leftovers. Yeah, it's in a container right here. What? Yeah. You got the ground shredded hamburger with the potatoes, carrots in there that I can't even taste, and some cheese, a couple different cheeses. Oh, it was very good. It's gonna be as simple as put it in the microwave. We're gonna call that 3 minutes for that to be done. But anyways, did you have a good day? You did? I hope so. Come on, it's only Monday. You gotta start the week off on a positive note, right? You got to. Yeah. Yeah, you can't be miserable out there on the Monday, even though it's easier said than done. I know, it's easier said than done. Monday is not easy to stay positive. Nope. But I'm gonna eat this, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Will you stick around? I hope you do. I really hope you do. Well, hello, sir. What? Are you mad about it? Are you mad about it? Are you mad about it? Are you cute? Yes, you are. Where's your brother? Hey, Kobe! Whoa, 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 whoa! Hey, my dad! I love my dad. I love my dad. Look at the spoiled one right there. Yeah, it's his world, and we're all just living in it. Yep, you right there. Yep, yep, I know. I know. Well, I have made my way outside. It is way too beautiful out here to be cooped up inside. But what was the conversation that I wanted to have? I wanted to have a conversation. I wanted to talk to you about something. That's right. That's right. I wanted to talk about careers. You see, I am going to be 43 years old, and I've only had 4 jobs my whole life. Well, 5 if you include the side hustle. My first job, I was there for about a year. Really cool place, mom and pop place. In my opinion, the best restaurants to work in is a mom and pop place. It's the best. And then I moved on from there. Some energy was pulling me out of there, telling me to keep on pushing forward. So I did. And a few months later, he actually shut the restaurant down and he moved to Portugal and opened up a restaurant there. So it was good instinct that some energy or something was pushing me out of there. So I started at a new restaurant and I loved it for the first, 5, 6 years. But again, after 7 years, I was done with it. Again, an energy was pulling me out of there. And I think that's just a journey of life. And then I started a new journey with another restaurant. So this is the third restaurant. 7 more years with this restaurant. And then, to be honest, this restaurant in particular, was the worst company I've ever worked for. I'm not going to mention any names, but 7 years later, a little over 7 years later, I was completely done with it. And that energy, once again, was telling me to move forward and find something else. And then, of course, the company I'm with now. Since moving to Florida, I've been with this company. In February, it'll be 7 years. I had a stint with this company up north for 2 years and a half. And then the whole 2008 crash happened. And yeah, that's how I wound up at the restaurant that is the worst company I ever worked for in my life. So now I'm here in Florida, and I realized, hey, I have some experience in this restaurant. I did this for 2.5 years up north. So let me give a shot at it. I didn't want to leave. They were shutting restaurants down left and right. I was actually the lucky one. I had my week vacation. I came back from my vacation, and they said, we can't afford to keep you. We are shutting stores down because of the 2008 crash. And I was actually the fortunate one that actually got paid for a vacation, and actually they let that play out. Other stores not so lucky. Monday morning they were showing up at the store, and it was all boarded up and everybody was out of a job. Snap of the fingers. So I wound up at Florida because I had the experience from up north. But I am coming up on 7 years. It seems like I have this 7 year thing. An energy is pulling me to do something else. And what is it? I have no clue. Let me just backtrack. My first job was a mom and pop place, the best place I ever worked in. And even though it was such a good place to work for, some energy was pulling me to move on. Call it what you want, the universe, whatever. Something pushes us to do something different. And that's what I did. A few months later, they shut the store down. He moved to Portugal. He opened up a restaurant there. And the place was shut down for a year until some new owners came in, took over the place, and so on and so forth. By then, I was already with a second company that I worked for. After 7 years of doing that one, I was just done with it too. Another energy, call it the universe, call it whatever you want. Magical energy, whatever it may be. You get what I'm saying? Pulled me out of there. I wound up with a third company, the company that I'm with now. But after 2.5 years, 2008 crash put everybody out. And I was one of the persons that dealt with that. So what happened? I went to the fourth company that I worked for, the worst company that I've ever worked for. And like I said earlier, I will not be mentioning these names of these restaurants. Just know, I wouldn't want my worst enemy to work at this restaurant. And if some people are watching out there, you can put it in the comments what company this is. The fourth company I worked for was god awful. So after a little over 7 years, I went back to the third company that I worked for. I was like, hey, I have experience in this. Clearly, it's not working out. An energy was pulling me out of there. Best decision I ever did. So I wound up with the company that I'm with now. So now, 7 years later, almost, February, 7 years. In total, with this company, I got 9.5 years. But it seems that moving to Florida Been here 8 years. In February, it'll be 7 years with this company, and this energy, once again, is telling me to move on. Or not move on. I don't know. I enjoy this company. I enjoy the culture, the food, the catering, going to hospitals and feeding all these nurses and doctors and everybody that takes care of cancer patients, and it's a beautiful thing. I really enjoy this job. So why is this energy pulling me out of there? What's the next chapter in my life? Is it just me? Or is it the universe? Or is it just life molding itself? My journey of life, my whatever you want to call it, pulling me out. Weird, right? Because I honestly do love the business that I'm in now. It's not all peaches and cream, but I do love it. So where is this energy coming from? What is the next chapter in my life? I have no clue. You know, the thing is, right? All I've ever done was work in restaurants. That can be a little exhausting. It can be exhausting to go in there every day, and even though you're great at it, going there every single day, and maybe that's the problem. You're too good at what you do, and it just becomes boring, or whatever the case. I just don't know. Maybe somebody could have some answers. Or maybe it's just faith. Just our journey. And maybe my journey will come to an end at this restaurant at some point. But of course, right? You're not going to be in your company for 50 years. Does that happen anymore? I mean, I know people that have had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 careers, 15 jobs. So I've worked for 4 companies in my whole life. If you want to include a side hustle, we'll call that 5, because I do make some income with that, and I'm a independent contractor. So we can call that number 5. I honestly enjoy doing that more than anything. But it's a little scary to be an independent contractor and to be out there, and it's some days are great and some days they might not be so good. I think I lucked out here in Florida, though. The market that I'm in, it's beautiful. You might have a couple of bad days here and there, once in a blue moon, but for the most part, the side hustle is really good. I enjoy it. I'm in my own car. I can listen to music. I got central air. I got the AC on. It's a beautiful thing. And I've been doing that for 5 years. Over 5 years now. Wow. It's crazy. And after 5 years, I still don't hate it. I still really do enjoy it. Now, working in the restaurant, some energy is pulling me out of there. And it's not even just to do the side hustle that I really enjoy doing. It's to do something else. Is it to do a different type of restaurant? Or just completely flip my world upside down and do something completely different, out of the ordinary? Something like, who knows, being a trash man. For an example, slinging trash in the back of the truck. When I was younger, I thought that would be a lot of fun. Hanging out from the back of the truck, hitting the trunk. Stop right there. Grabbing those barrels, throwing everything in. Get your hands dirty. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I liked it. But who knows? Who knows what the future holds? I'm just saying, there is some energy that is pulling me towards something. I have no clue what it is. And I don't know if it's another restaurant, and I don't know if it's something completely not even remotely close to restaurant business. Could it be a CDL license? Could it be security, some kind of security? It's amazing how life goes. But this it's a little different this time because when I moved from the first couple of companies, there was definitely an energy telling me to go, and it worked out. Like the first one, they shut down. The second one, it was getting me ready to do this now. It's amazing how that works. Because I was at the first one for a year, I was the second for 7 years, and something was telling me to move forward. And that's when I came to this company that I'm with now for 2.5 years. And that's 2008 crash happened. Then I wound up with a fourth company, the worst company on the world and the planet. It was getting me ready. The fourth company, I was done with it. It was getting me ready to go back to what I've done previous. You know what I mean? The company that I'm with now, almost 7 years, I had a little 2.5 year gap in there. And this company is where I worked for 2.5 years. They shut everything down. I wanted to stay. I moved on, worked in that company, horrible company, moved to Florida. I said I'm done with it. And hey, I got experience with that. This is a horrible company to work for. I did that for 2.5 years. It's a no-brainer. Let's apply. And like 2 weeks later, I was hired. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So I think when I started with a company now, the 2.5 years was just prepping me to get into this here. It's amazing how the journey goes. Your life journey. Call it faith, call it magical energy, whatever. It's just it's a little weird. You may think this is a little weird. But once again, 7 years later, I'm starting to have this energy. What am I supposed to do? And I love the company. So what's on the horizon? Yeah. What's in my future? I have no clue. But I'm sure everything always happens for a reason. From the first company, the second, the third, going to the fourth, going back to the third, it was all prepping me to be where I am today. What am I doing next? What is my next challenge? Or what is my purpose? What is my faith moving forward? Do I sound crazy? Do I sound crazy to you? Now this is why I wanted you to stay tuned. That first couple minutes, I really wanted you to stay tuned. Because this is my brain. And it seems like it's a 7-year thing. Weird how it wasn't. My first job was only a year. How my energy started pulling me out of there. And it worked out perfectly. Because while they were shut down, I already had a new employer. And then it was 7 years. 2.5, 7 years. And now I'm coming up on 7 years. So with this company altogether, 9.5 years. But here in Florida, I'm at the 7-year mark. February 26th. Yeah, it may sound crazy. It may, but hey, I'm going to keep on saying this, right? What energy is pulling me to do this? Is it faith? What is it? I don't know. It's amazing how life always works out, though. Isn't that funny how that works? You always find your way in certain things in life. It's a big puzzle. It's like putting the puzzle pieces together. It's amazing how it works. 1 second, I got loud noise coming in here. that is the vibes that I'm getting. My next door neighbor is putting some pavers in, so that's why you see dirt. They're digging out all the grass and replacing it with bricks. They're working hard. It's gonna look real good, I'm sure. And yeah, it's very nice. The mature trees. Yeah, very nice neighborhood. Very quiet. Minus your loud motorcycles every now and then. Yeah, I could stay here all night, to be quite honest. One day when I'm 90 years old, this is what I'll be doing. I'll be 90 years old sitting right here. Well, I hope this video made sense. And I wonder if you feel the same energy that I feel. Let me know in the comments. I really do appreciate you watching. If you sticked around this long, wow, thank you. You're awesome. You're a rock star. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are. And I'm checking out of this one. We'll see you on the next one. You know?